Hey Cancer, thank you for checking out my channel, Touch by Key Tarot. My name is Chianti and I'm going to give you a tarot card reading. This reading will discuss what's going on in the present, possible blockages and roadblocks, what happened in the recent past, where you fit into all of this, what may be going on behind the scenes that you don't know and unaware of, and what you should expect in the near future. Now, again, this reading will be for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as the Cancer cross watcher, meaning that if you're watching this video because you're having a relationship with the Cancer, it could definitely resonate from your perspective. It is a general read, so everything I say won't resonate for every last single one of you guys. Keep the elements of the read that resonate and release the elements that do not. If I get it right for you and you're feeling my vibe, take care of your girl with that like, comment, subscribe, and share. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in booking me for a private reading, please email me at fortheloveofwatertarot@gmail.com. That is my other channel. That email address is also offered in the description box below this video. Okay, Cancer? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what energies are present. Let's see what Spirit says about the present. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card of balance. It's a card of equal give and take. It's the card of you giving and receiving, right? On an equal plane, right? I give what I get what I give, right? And this is about receiving what you put out, right? Now, I could speak of imbalance, right? It could speak of not being given what you deserved or what you've earned or what you've put in, but it is the card of that balance. What's underneath? The Nine of Swords. So Cancer, now I don't know if this is you or someone else, but there is a concern about things being equal. Someone is having anxiety about this. Yes. The Lovers and the Chariot. Okay. Cancer, you could be dealing with an earth sign, an air sign, or a fellow Cancerian, but I'm just going to read it clean. And what I'm picking up on is someone definitely being stressed out and having a lot of anxieties about a choice that needs to be made. Now, the Lovers is a decision and a choice, but it is about choosing a connection that feels very divinely guided, right? It feels very much aligned. The Lovers is an energy about choosing a connection with someone where you could literally, they're standing in the garden and eating naked. So this is about being able to be vulnerable, being able to strip down and be vulnerable. And it is something here about moving forward with this. Cancer, Cancer, I feel like there's a concern about being able to be in control of a situation, right? I do feel like that there is an energy of someone being concerned about that, about making the right choice, about choosing a situation, choosing a partner or a situation, making a choice and moving forward. It could be literally something here about a move, but moving forward with that choice and that decision. But there is a concern. I feel like I'm going to say it's you, but put it where it goes, about you being in control of the situation, right? Yeah, it's something about being in complete control of the situation here. And then there's a King of Cups under here. You could be dealing with another, like I said, it's coming up air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Everything is fine though. Yeah. Yeah. So let me see what's crossing it. What's the obstacle or the blockage here? The Seven of Pentacles. Are you dealing with an earth sign? The obstacle is the investment. The obstacle here, or the roadblock, is investing in something. See, it feels like there's a concern here about, I'm willing to give, but am I going to get back what I give? Is it going to be equal give and take? It's something about balance. Now, Seven of Pentacles is also a card of waiting. So the obstacle could be having to wait for something to come in or something to happen. The obstacle does have something to do with waiting with the Seven of Pentacles here. But the thing about the Seven of Pentacles is, it does come after the Six. And the Seven of Pentacles, as you can see, she's standing here next to these plants. She's standing next to these seeds that she's planted. These seeds are growing. It's not like the plant is dying and the seeds are not going to grow and that she's not going to reap her harvest. She is. It's just a little bit of disappointment on her face because she's growing impatient. But some things you just cannot rush, right? We cannot tell the plants when to bloom. We cannot tell the flowers went to grow. It's some things that have to happen organically, and it is about something here about waiting on some sort of investment or a concern of return of investment. Okay, yeah, and that's the obstacle. What's under here? The Knight of Wands. See, there's some sort of concern that things will go haywire. The Nine of Wands is something about being reckless, impulsive, right? This could be wanting to choose someone for a lover, but you're concerned about them being the Knight of Wands, right? In and out. Cancer, I just heard Choosey Lover. Yes. Okay, yep, that's the title of this video. I heard Choosey Lover. And I do mean that it doesn't have to be this doesn't necessarily have to be about physical relationships, but it is about being a choosy lover. Like, it's something about you wanting to be it's something about you being choosy about what you love, who you love, what choices you make, what you offer to give, what you open up and expose yourself to, because I do feel like there's something here about someone wanting to make sure that they get a return on the investment, because someone knows about this Knight of Wands energy. They know how things could get reckless, how things could get impulsive, how things could go haywire. They could know how somebody goes ham, how they can't depend on somebody. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. So that's why there's this energy of holding back. Holding back. What happened in the recent past here, Cancer? Ooh-wee. Two of Swords. See? There's that energy. I just keep picking up. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I do feel like in the recent past, there is something here about a decision needing to be made. The Two of Swords is when a decision is not being made, right? But it could be because someone doesn't see everything. They don't have the full information. It could be because someone doesn't want to see. It could also be a block, right? It could be someone blocking. Some of you, someone could be waiting to get a message to you to try to offer you something, but you're kind of blocking them, right? Right? It could be a message coming in about a choice that someone wants to make towards you and offer you something, but you could be kind of blocking and you could not want to hear from this person or not want to see them. But there is some sort of energy here about this decision. The Empress. See? Cancer, I feel like you're this Empress. Yeah, Three of Swords. Yep. I feel like you're this Empress. And in the recent past, there was some sort of decision where the Empress knows her worth. She knows her value. You know what you bring to the table. You know what you produce. You know that you have a lot of love to give, but you also know how you nurture seeds that you love. You're the mother of the zodiac, right? You know something here about how you can love and nurture and grow things, but something made you feel like this Three of Swords. Something made you feel betrayed or heartbroken or backstabbed. And Justice, see, I feel like in the recent past, there was something here about you feeling like you were really betrayed and something wasn't right. You were not done right in the recent past with the Three of Swords and Justice. I'm hearing like this one of them things where like every time I try to trust or every time I turn my back, like something like this, Cancer. Let me know if I got it right. Let me know if this is resonating, please. I would love to hear you guys' feedback if you see this. Let me see where you are in this. Let me see where you are. So what's your position? The Knight of Swords. I feel like right now you're just in the energy with the Knight of Swords. I just have to do what I got to do. The Knight of Swords takes action. He's swift. He's decisive. He delivers the messages straightforward. He's very clear and very direct. So I feel like you are direct, and he's the knight that does what needs to be done. He understood the assignment. He does what needs to be done. And Cancer, I feel like right now you feel like you're just doing what you have to do. The Knight of Swords is brave and fearless. He just does what has to be done. It's not a second thought behind it. He wields the sword of truth. This could be cutting folks off for sure. But this is being very direct. And you feel like you just got to do what you got to do. The Lovers, yeah. Now I do feel like this is how you're dealing with soulmates, right? Yeah, Chariot, yeah. It's something about you having to do what you got to do, about you having to make some sort of choices and decisions and then move forward. Now, again, you could be dealing with the Gemini, but it is something about you moving forward and you doing what you got to do that. And again, it's something here about you making some sort of choices that make you feel like you're more in control. You're making the decisions and the choices that make you feel like more like you're in control. Like no matter where this is going, you're steering the ship. You're guiding the ship, right? I just heard your Chariot awaits. Let's see what's going on that you don't know, Cancer. What's going on that you don't know? What's going on that you don't know? The World. There's the energy of a cycle closing out. There could definitely be something about a huge lesson being learned. The world could also speak to someone traveling. You could be dealing with the fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. You definitely may not know that there's a message coming in to you, that someone's getting ready to communicate a message. I do feel like you may not also know that that you've taught someone a lesson. You may not know someone has learned a lesson. You may not also even know that you've learned a huge lesson behind something. What's under you? The Queen of Cups. There is some sort of lesson that someone may have learned from trying to be sneaky with you, right? You could have learned a lot of lessons from dealing with sneaky people, but someone could have also learned the lesson from trying to be sneaky and not do right by you. That cycle of them doing that may have completely wrapped up and they've learned a lesson. I also feel like you've learned some sort of lesson about you moving in secrecy and silence, not over loving. I do feel like your heart, you still give love, but the Seven of Swords is something about you learning some sort of lesson about holding some things back and keeping some things to yourself. Give me one more for what you don't know for Cancer. The King of Pentacles. There is some sort of cycle wrapping up with the King of Pentacles energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and the King of Wands. Okay, so now you have characters. And Cancer, you'll have to put these characters where they go. Because this could simply be you learning a lot of lessons, wrapping up some cycles, taking charge of your finances and your stability, your finances, your employment, your stability, and King of Wands, like you really taking charge and doing that. But you may not be aware that there's some sort of cycle wrapping up, some sort of King of Pentacles learning some sort of huge lesson. I do feel like you may get a message from somebody with the King of Wands here, because the King of Wands definitely takes action. Yeah, the Lovers. Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like someone is going to step up because they do want you to choose them. There's an energy of someone stepping up because they do want you to choose them. I see that. King of Wands and the Lovers, the Chariot. Yeah, and then there's a King of Cups under here. Cancer, you have some decisions here that you need to make, and I see it, and it's dealing with other people. 2 or 3 in particular. And I see it. Wow. Okay, let me see what's going on in the near future. Yeah, that's why you're a choosy lover. You got choices that you need to make. Give me some for the near future. The 10 of Cups. This is what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you feel that sense of peace and harmony. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Yes. There's something here about you choosing a situation that's going to give you peace and harmony. The Knight of Wands, the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords. See, listen. In the near future, you're going to choose what brings you peace and harmony. There's definitely going to be some energies that are going to be disappointed because they're going to be left out in the cold. The Knight of Wands, the energy that you can't depend on, can't rely on, that's reckless, that's impulsive, that goes ham, that's flying by the seat of its ass, it's going to be disappointing because that energy is going to be left out in the cold. I see you going after wish fulfillment and not carrying the heavy loads and burdens of others. Give me one more for the near future for Cancer. The Knight of Pentacles. And there's this energy. If you feeling Cancer, I feel like in the near future you're gonna feel relaxed and at peace, because the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles is totally a water sign's goal, right? We want a sense of comfort and stability and peace. And I do feel like whatever decision or choice that is being made now, or whatever someone is deciding, it's bringing in that sense of peace and stability and comfort. Death, you could be dealing with the Scorpio. It's getting ready to be a complete ending, change, and transform. A situation is completely getting ready to end, change, and transform, and it is bringing you peace and a level of comfortability and stability. And I also see someone may be coming towards you, wanting to offer you that comfort, support, and that stability, someone that you could rely on. There we go again with all these choices and these people. The choice will be up to you, but I do see you moving forward and making some sort of decision here to cooperate and work with somebody here. All right? Cancers, I thank you for entrusting me, believing me, supporting me, and allowing me this opportunity. I hope something that I said gave you some sort of peace, love, light, and clarity. I thank you for entrusting me and believing me once again. If you're interested in booking me, please email me at fortheloveofwatertarot@gmail.com. If this is where we part, I just thank you for giving me this opportunity. I hope something I said could have helped. I'll definitely bring you more messages in the future. You take care, stay beautiful, and stay blessed. Bye, Cancers.